Prisco from CBSSports.com picking the Browns-Ravens game prediction time. He goes with the Browns, 24-20 winners, and kind of points to the run game and keeping Lamar Jackson contained as the reasons he thinks the Browns come away with a win. Tim, I also have said I think the Browns are going to win. I think it's going to be a little bit more of a larger margin. I have no reason why other than I just feel like they're going to finally put something together similar to what they did against the Bengals. When you look at this game, what do you think?
I did my bold predictions on our Football Insider newsletter this morning. I went with Baltimore to win the game, and I just honestly think, regardless of all the problems with Lamar Jackson, the interceptions he has, the lack of an offensive line, the injuries on the offensive line into the running game and all over the defense, who's the best player on the field? To me, that's still Lamar Jackson, because all it takes is one bit of magic for him to beat you. And we saw that 2 weeks ago, scrambling about 20 yards down the field, somehow escaping every other Browns pass rusher on the way to throwing what ended up being the game-winning touchdown to Mark Andrews. I don't know if the Browns have the ability to make that happen. I feel like with their offense right now, they need a lot of things to go right for them to be successful. And I know the Ravens are banged up. I know they lost Marlon Humphrey for the season, but I just think they understand more than the Browns, just because they're so experienced, how they have to play in a game like this, that they have to really bring their energy level. And in a way, I think that's kind of why John Harbaugh, this game was why John Harbaugh went for 2 at the end of the game against Pittsburgh, because he knew you got to play this Browns team again next week. They didn't want to go to overtime, make it even longer, make it even more grueling, just get it out of the way, see what happens, whether you win or lose, and save your energy for this game. And I think that decision, combined with what Lamar can still bring, regardless of some of the inconsistency, I think that might be too much for the Browns right now.
So if I'm hearing you right, you think Lamar Jackson's going to figure it out, turn it around, struggle the last 4 games, and I get that. I'm not sure. I think he might struggle for another game, but is that what you're saying? You think Lamar Jackson puts it together and comes and plays more like Lamar Jackson than he has the last 4 games?
I think he's going to play better. I don't know how much better, but obviously, it's not saying much considering he just threw 4 interceptions 2 weeks ago against the Browns. I think he'll be a little better. He's seen this heavy blitz defense that a lot of teams have been throwing at him for weeks. I think he's going to start to figure it out. Maybe he has a turnover or 2 still, because the Browns showed that they had the speed to match up with Lamar Jackson better than the years past. But I think when you have a very talented player, the most important position on the field, and he's still pretty healthy, and we know his talent level, I wouldn't put it past him to put something together to get the job done.